Good evening, I'm Debbie, and we're keeping it simple with Testa's Pantry. This evening we are doing fettuccine with corn, arugula, and herbs. You can do it with, linguine or spaghetti, whatever your heart desires. Whatever you have in the house, it makes it easier. But right now I'm using fettuccine because that's what I had in the house. So what I've done here is I've sauteed some shrimp. I have a pound of shrimp here. Now, I'm only cooking for two, but Peter really likes shrimp, so I cooked the whole pound of shrimp. I sauteed the shrimp in a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil, and I let it cook for about 2 minutes on each side. Then I cooked about 12 ounces of, no, I cooked less than that. I cooked 6 to 8 ounces of the fettuccine, and I drained it, and I reserved some of the pasta water because we are going to need that. Right now, I am sauteing corn off of the kernel. Off of the cob. So we cut the fresh corn off of the cob. We're letting it brown a little bit in some olive oil. And I didn't salt it yet, so I'm salting it now. And after I give that a quick stir, I'm going to add in some sliced garlic. The sliced garlic is going to give it a nice little flavor. And just a touch, a quarter of a teaspoon of fresh ground pepper, or fresh red pepper, crushed pepper. Now this is my dad's death pepper, so I have to go very sparingly on this. We call it dad's death pepper because it's the hottest we've ever tasted. Now the oil that I'm using to saute the shrimp and to saute the corn is our single grove grown extra virgin olive oil called nocellara. It's from Sicily. Now by single grove grown, it means that no other olives were harvested when the nocellara olives were harvested, and so they were crushed singly. And that's how you get the unique flavor. Nocellara is by nature very smooth and buttery and extremely light, and it works well with all kinds of fish. And I do like it for pesto as well, and for an aglio e olio. So it's great with the garlic flavor. So we're letting this cook a little bit. The corn is getting a little bit brown. Now we're going to add half of a cup, because I'm doing half of a recipe, that is white wine. So we're going to let that cook down just a touch. And then we're going to add the pasta back in. So the pasta is going to be put back in here as the white wine is cooking down. And I didn't put any oil in with that. I should have, so it's a little bit sticky, but that's okay because it will loosen up as it is in with the liquid. Alright, so now we have the pasta in with the corn and the garlic and the seasonings. And as that is all mixed in and blended, we are going to start adding our arugula. The arugula is going to give it a very unique flavor. I have this recipe posted on the website, so you'll be able to see it. On the website, it's a recipe for 4 to 6 people. Right now, I'm doing it for 2 people. So there you can see it's getting just a tiny bit wilted, the arugula. We love arugula. So the flavor is just going to be pretty amazing. I can add to it, to help incorporate it a little bit, a tiny bit of the pasta water, which helps the sauce and helps everything blend together. Not going to add too much though, because we don't want it to be too liquid. So there, we're cooking that all together, and the arugula is getting nice and wilted. And that's about all we'll need for right there. Now we're going to add the shrimp in and give that a nice toss. Doesn't that look pretty? I have to show you this. So I'm going to show you this so that you can actually see. See how pretty that is? That's beautiful. And it's a lovely dinner. Now I'm just going to give it a little bit of fresh ground pepper. And I'm going to toss in some chopped basil. Give it another mix. And top it with a little bit more of our nocellara. This will help it to just be a nice, flavorful meal. You can serve this with a salad. You can serve it with a little bit of cheese, whatever you want. Remember, the recipe is at www.testispantry.com/recipes. Thank you. I hope you enjoy.